Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the world of Australian decimal coins and looking at two of the most exciting pieces you might already have hiding in your old coin collections or pocket change: the 1966 and 1967 Australian 20-cent coins. These coins may look common, but certain varieties and rares can sell for huge amounts of money to collectors around the world. In this video we will break down the history, the minting details, the metal composition, the rarest features, and the top market values that make these coins highly sought after. So stay with me until the end, because you do not want to miss the versions that can bring you big money. And make sure to subscribe for more valuable Australian coin videos. Let's get started. First up, 1966 marked a major change for Australia's money system with the switch from the old pounds, shillings/pence system to decimal currency, and with that switch the new 20-cent coin was introduced as part of the first decimal coins. This coin bore on its obverse the portrait of Queen then Elizabeth to a young bust right, designed by the artist Arnold Machin, while the reverse featured a native Australian animal, a platypus swimming, a design by Stuart Devlin. In terms of materials and physical specifications, the coin is composed of copper-nickel, specifically 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its mass is 11.3 grams, some sources show 11.31 grams, and it has a diameter of roughly 28.65 millimeters. The edge of the coin is milled reeded and the coin is round. The introduction of this coin in 1966 coincided with the decimalisation of Australian currency on the 14th of February 1966. The new 20-cent coin effectively replaced the old florin, which had been worth 2 shillings. From that moment onward, this 20C coin became a standard circulating denomination in Australia and remained so for decades. Most 1966 20-cent coins were standard circulation strikes and remain relatively common due to large mintage, but among them exists a rare and highly sought-after variant known as the 1966 wavy to 20C. This variety is distinguished by a subtle but distinct upward curve on the top of the baseline of the 2 in the 20 on the reverse side instead of the regular flat baseline. The wavy 2 variety arose because in 1966, for the decimal changeover, the minting of these coins was done largely by the Royal Mint London, modern-day London Mint, to assist with the huge demand among the 30 million 20-cent coins struck in London that year. Some show the wavy 2 anomaly, which likely resulted from subtle die differences or variations during strike. Because of its rarity in good condition, the 1966 wavy to 20C has become one of the most prized and collectible Australian coins. Collectors value this variety significantly higher than the regular 20C coins of the same year. For example, coins with the wavy baseline in decent condition might fetch far more than their face value. Beyond the wavy 2 variety, there are also proof and specimen versions of the 1966 20C coin. For instance, a 1966 proof 20 cents coin graded PCGSPR68DCAM has been sold in recent years. These proof specimens were specially struck. They display sharper detail, finer finish, and are clearly distinguishable from regular circulation coins by their frosting and mirrored fields on raised surfaces. Because the 20C coin was among the first decimal coins introduced in 1966, the 1966 issue holds historical importance. It represents the shift from pre-decimal currency to the modern decimal Australian dollar system. For numismatists and collectors, the 1966 20C stands as a meaningful piece of monetary history as well as everyday currency. When assessing the value of a 1966 20-cent coin, its worth depends heavily on condition and whether it is a normal circulation coin, a rare variety like the wavy 2, or a proof specimen coin. A standard circulated 1966 20C might not be highly valuable, often valued close to its face value or modestly above depending on demand. But a well-preserved rare variety wavy 2 or a proof specimen can command significantly higher prices in the collector market. Finally, the story of this coin illustrates more than just metal and money. It reflects a pivotal moment in Australia's economic history and offers for collectors a tangible link to that changeover from everyday circulation coin to collectible artifact. The 1966 20-cent coin captures both historical transition and the subtle quirks of minting that sometimes become rare treasures. Next up, this coin carries the face value of 20 cents in Australian currency introduced with decimalisation in the 1960s, and as such it began life simply as a regular, circulating coin mint. To ease the transition to a decimal system, the 1967 Australian 20-cent coin is composed of an alloy made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This cupronickel composition gives it a durable metallic makeup, suited for daily use in circulation, and its structure reflects the standard set by the issuing authority at the time. The mass of the coin is 11.31 grams and its diameter measures 28.52 millimeters, with a milled reeded edge and a round shape. These dimensions made it comfortable to handle, to carry, and to exchange in everyday transactions. On the obverse side of the coin appears the portrait of the reigning monarch at the time, which was Elizabeth II, rendered under the design of Arnold Machen. This portrait design was used on 20-1 coins during the early years of decimal coinage, reflecting continuity from the traditional coinage imagery to the new decimal era. On the reverse of the coin is depicted a native Australian animal, the platypus, designed by the jeweler and artist Stuart Devlin. The platypus design became iconic, representing the unique wildlife of Australia and giving the 20-cent coin a distinctive aesthetic identity among world coins. The 20-cent denomination, including the 1967 issue, was introduced following the decimalisation date, the 14th of February 1966, when Australia replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The 1967 coin thus belongs to the very first generation of decimal coins circulating in everyday Australian commerce. Because the coin was meant for circulation, many millions were struck for 1967. The mintage figure for that year was around 838,480 coins, meaning the 1967 20-cent coin was widely distributed and used, and not intended as a rare collector's item at the time. Over decades, many of those coins have been lost, melted, worn, or spent in cash transactions. Nevertheless, a portion remains in collections, and among those there exists demand among coin collectors worldwide, especially for specimens in excellent condition or with noticeable errors or unusual varieties. As with many collectible coins, the market value of a 1967 Australian 20-cent coin today depends heavily on its condition and grade. A typical circulated coin with wear will fetch just modest value, while coins graded MS65 or MS-66 in near perfect condition can command significantly higher prices, sometimes dozens of times above face value. Collectors also pay special attention to error coins or unusual varieties, for example coins with planchet flaws, double strikes, or other minting irregularities. These can be rare and sought after, occasionally bringing PREMIUMS over standard examples and making even a humble 20-cent coin into a prized collectible piece. If you have in your possession a 1967 Australian 20-cent coin and it remains in good, clean condition, or perhaps shows some unusual characteristics, it might be worth more than you expect and could interest collectors, numismatists, or coin dealers, so keep it safe and maybe get it appraised.